Skids! Hello, kids! How are you all? Here from today, we are having new series of stories from Aesop Fables. Today we start our series with this story called Belling the Cat. The mice's burrow beneath the floorboards was dimly lit by flickering candles made from scavenged wax. The air was thick with tension as mice of all ages gathered, whispering about the ever-present threat of the cat. Small paws shuffled nervously, and tiny noses twitched in anticipation. Gregory, the eldest and most respected mouse, stood on a small crate, his gray fur ruffled from worry. "We cannot live like this any longer," Gregory announced, his voice deep and resolute. "That cat's claws and fangs haunt us day and night. If we do nothing, we may as well surrender. Tonight, we must find a solution." The mice murmured in agreement, nodding their heads. Little groups began brainstorming, their whispers mixing with the creaks of the old house above. The room buzzed with suggestions, each one met with skepticism. "We could dig tunnels deeper underground," suggested a plump mouse named Wilbur, pushing his spectacles up his nose. "And spend our lives hiding like moles?" snapped Bella, a swift-footed field mouse. "What if we build a trap?" ventured another. "With what?" retorted Bella. "Twigs and crumbs?" The debates dragged on, and frustration began to seep into the air. The younger mice fidgeted, and some began to doze off. Suddenly, a small yet confident voice interrupted the arguing. "I have an idea," squeaked Timmy, a tiny, bright-eyed mouse standing near the back. The crowd turned toward Timmy, whose paws trembled slightly as he stepped into the center. "It's simple," he began, his voice growing steadier. "We just need to hang a bell around the cat's neck. When the bell rings, we'll know she's coming and have time to run away." The room fell silent, and then... "Brilliant!" exclaimed Bella, her tail twitching with excitement. "It's so simple and clever," added Wilbur. Cheers erupted. Mice hugged each other, tails swished in delight, and even Gregory allowed himself a small smile. Timmy beamed, his whiskers twitching with pride, as the mice hailed him a genius. Just as the room brimmed with celebration, Gregory raised a paw, calling for silence. The chatter died down, and all eyes turned to him. "Timmy's plan is indeed clever," Gregory began, his tone measured. "But I must ask one important question. Who among us will bell the cat?" A heavy silence fell over the burrow. The mice glanced at one another, their earlier enthusiasm fading. Some shuffled their paws, while others looked down at the ground. The thought of approaching the fearsome cat, with her gleaming claws and cold, predatory eyes, sent shivers through the crowd. Bella, usually the bravest among them, stammered, Well, I would, but someone else might be faster." "I'm too old," muttered Wilbur. Even Timmy, who had proposed the idea, lowered his head in silence. The room grew dimmer, as if the very air had lost its hope. Gregory sighed, stepping down from his crate. "Good ideas are only as strong as the courage to carry them out," he said solemnly. "Let this be a lesson to us all." The mice dispersed quietly, their heads hanging low. In their hearts, they knew the plan was brilliant, but none dared to face the peril. Timmy lingered for a moment, watching the others leave, his small frame slumped in disappointment. Above the floorboards, the cat lounged on a windowsill, her sleek black fur shimmering in the moonlight. Her sharp ears twitched at the faint sounds of mice below, and her yellow eyes glowed with predatory delight. With a stretch and a yawn, she leapt to the floor, her silent steps sending chills through the mice's burrow. Hidden in their dens, the mice clung to the walls, their fear renewed but tempered with wisdom. They had learned a hard truth that night. Courage is as important as cleverness, and some plans, no matter how brilliant, are meaningless without the bravery to act. And so, the cat remained queen of the house, while the mice grew wiser, treading even more carefully in the shadows. Moral: we learned in this story is clever ideas are valuable, but they require the courage to act upon them. See you again, kids. Please like, share, and subscribe for more such videos.